Frozen beneath an endless sky, our kingdom fell, but we survived. Ashes whisper through the snow, the blood of dragons still will grow. Forged in fire, carved from stone, no sister stands this fight alone. Hear the echoes, hear them roar, the daughters rise from her once more. They stole our wings, they chained our flame, but they could never break our name. We are the daughters of...
She doesn't walk into a room. She scorches it. 17 feet of divine fire. A dragon tail that cracks continents. An Infernal Crown floating like a warning label. And a smile that already knows you lost. This is the full breakdown of Negra, Supreme Infernal Queen. Name, Negra. Race, Uurkie demi-deity. Title, Supreme Infernal Queen. Uncrowned ruler of her people. Master of Fire Attchi and Psychic Attchi. Power tier at base, multiversal double plus. And that is only the starting line. Negra is thousands of years old, yet by human standards she looks forever in her prime. Uurkies age 1,000 times slower than humans. Longevity is not a gift for her, it is a weapon. Centuries of combat experience stacked into one body that still moves like a peak warrior. Core measurements. Height in base form, 17 feet, 1 inch. Weight, 16,100 pounds. That mass is not fat and not soft tissue. It is ultra-dense Uurkie physiology, bone, muscle, and divine density packed so tight that ordinary physics stop applying. Threat level, double S. Eyes, fire orange piercing, glowing harder the moment battle starts. Hair, jet black, waist length, with crimson ember streaks that shimmer when her Attchi rises. She wears it partially tied with red and gold ribbons. Breast class on record, Titanic cup. Physique, extreme curves married to extreme muscle. Long, powerful legs built for speed and high-impact combat. Broad, regal hips. A warrior goddess silhouette, not a delicate idol. Skin, golden bronze, always radiating fire-based energy with a natural glow. Tail, a massive fire orange dragon tail with golden accents. Not a costume piece. A second limb. She uses it to smash, trip, whip, and balance midair. In close combat, ignoring the tail is how opponents die first. Clothing and gear. Black and gold flame-accented battle kit, divine armor aesthetic. Thigh-high battle stockings reinforced for high-speed combat. Golden flame shoulder armor that reacts to her emotions. Infernal Crown, a divine headpiece created by her own fire Attchi, floating above her head. Fashionable. Fatal. When her mood shifts, the crown and aura shift with it. Aura and presence. Constantly flickering like a wildfire that never sleeps. Stand near her, and the air thickens with heat. When she is enraged, the aura darkens into black fire, full fire Attchi awakening. Her body radiates heat so intense the ground scorches under every step. Presence alone captivates mortals and deities. She is highly assertive and dominant. She only submits to equal or greater strength. Personality. Protective and loyal to a fault. A guardian who will erase anyone who threatens her blood. Justice driven with zero tolerance for oppression. Vengeance is not optional for her, it is policy. Headstrong and rebellious, she will challenge authority, even gods, if she finds them unworthy. Battle-hardened and calculated. Ferocious on the surface, analytical underneath. Stubborn and relentless. Once her course is set, nothing moves her. Family. Mother, Ingrid, a supreme royal deity. That bloodline is not decoration. It is the root of Negra's demi-deity status. Sisters, Ada, Plutza, Minci, Divii, and Grava. Niece, Iquata, daughter of Ada, protected with the full weight of Negra's fury. Affiliation, the Uurkies, her sisters, and her personal quest for justice and ultimate power. Alignment, heroic yet ruthless, leaning anti-hero when vengeance calls. And App, her king. Their bond is power, passion, and absolute claim. Despite other wives around him, Negra is the one he returns to. She is possessive without insecurity because she knows she is unmatched. He teases. She dominates. They fight. They make up hotter. Quote, "You belong to me, husband." That will never change. Uurkie racial traits, the blood of the ancients. Super strength. Base punches already hit at 1 septillion tons of force. Speed, beyond light speed, capable of time-breaking movement. Durability, skin like dragon-scale armor, virtually indestructible at her tier. Flight, essence-based, no wings required. Longevity, 1,000 times slower aging than humans. Soda boost, drinking soda grants a temporary power increase. Even her quirks hit hard. Attchi system. Negra has mastered Fire Attchi and also wields Psychic Attchi. Fire is not she throws fireballs. Fire is her language. She generates, reshapes, and absorbs flame at will. When enraged, flames turn black, black Uurkie flame, hot enough to incinerate celestial bodies. Heat values on record, 105 million degrees Fahrenheit standard. 506 million in full black Uurkie flame mode. Hellfire, the flame of absolute destruction. Origin, derived from mastery of black Uurkie flame, corrupted further into a demonic fire beyond physical limits. It burns past conventional temperature charts. Celestial bodies, divine entities, even intangible concepts can catch. Hellfire unique properties. Infinite burn. Once ignited, it burns forever until Negra manually extinguishes it. Absolute incineration. Matter and energy reduced to nothing. Not ash, not dust, nothing. Reality burning. Can scorch reality itself and temporarily destabilize space-time. This is not elemental magic. This is conceptual deletion through heat. Hellfire in combat. Armor and defense penetration. Bypasses nearly all barriers, magical, divine, physical. Environmental dominance. Melts battlefield obstacles instantly, shaping the field to her advantage. Anti-divine capability. Negates regenerative healing and immortality tricks that stop normal fire. Drawbacks. Collateral risk is extreme, and peak output drains essence if she does not control it carefully. Soulfire, the flame of the spirit. Origin. A psychic spiritual fire born from Fire Attchi fused with Psychic Attchi. It does not care about flesh. It burns soul, spiritual essence, and life force. Physical armor is irrelevant. Energy shields that only block matter fail. Soulfire properties. Spiritual burning, direct soul damage, permanent if she commits. Anti-undead and anti-corrupted, lethal to ghosts, undead, corrupted gods, beings that exist outside natural life. Psychic amplification. Strengthens mental attacks, immobilize, overwhelm, shut down thought. Healing reversal. Destroys spiritual anchors so regeneration and resurrection collapse. Soulfire drawbacks. Precision is mandatory. Unfocused use can harm allies spiritually. High mental cost. Needs intense psychic concentration and emotional stability. This is a scalpel made of Inferno, not a wild spray. Combined Hellfire and Soulfire. Total incineration. Body and spirit erased in one breath. Reality and Soulbreaker. Defeats immortals, regenerators, and gods that ignore conventional death. Battlefield control. Enemies are forced defensive or they cease. Cost: full attention, extreme control, heavy essence drain on prolonged use. Her words: "My fire does more than burn, it erases you from existence itself." Signature techniques: Meteor Fist, explosive fire channeled into punches. Each hit is impact plus detonation. Volcanic Breath, Uurkie flame exhaled hard enough to melt mountains on contact. Firestorm Nova, mile-scale incineration burst. Infernal Manipulation, absolute reshape and absorb of surrounding fire. Black flames of destruction when enraged celestial body scale. Planet-wide fire absorption. If fire exists on a world, every spark, every inferno, every hearth, she can take it. Instant stamina restore. Instant injury healing. Supercharge of Fire Attchi. Fighting Negra on a volcanic world is not a terrain advantage for you. It is free fuel for her. Passive ability: instant technique comprehension and adaptation. See any attack, martial art, or technique once, she owns the structure of it. Perfect technique replication. Copy without flaw. Weakness exploitation. She sees the structural flaw in your style and drives a spike through it. Combat prediction. Reads movement, energy shifts, even thought patterns. Example: 10,000 years perfecting a move. She understands it in 1 second and throws it back. Face form detailed. Height 17.1. Weight 16,100 pounds. Punch force 1 septillion tons. Speed beyond measurable light speed. Durability: immune to planetary and cosmic destruction. Power tier: multiversal double plus to triple plus depending on engagement. Already above most deity tier beings. Heat: 105 million degrees. This is her default, not her limit. Magéstis Drákos. Multiplier times 5,000. Appearance: hair goes white, horns rise, draconic presence intensifies. Height scales toward 20 feet. Punch force 5 septillion tons. Speed: instant combat reaction time. Power tier: multiversal triple plus to quadruple plus. Critical point: no drawbacks. This is her practical war form, the one she can live in without burning her stamina reserve dry. Super Magéstis Drákos. Multiplier times 5 million. Height 26 feet. Weight near 20,000 pounds. Appearance: molten orange gold hair, full crimson scale armor, clawed feet. Threat triple S. Punch force 5 octillion tons. Status: can incinerate entire universes and timelines. Power tier: hyperversal. Transform time: about 60 seconds. Restriction: she cannot jump straight here from base. She must climb through Magéstis first. Most powerful stable form. Óltra Magéstis Drákos, full power. Multiplier times 125 million. Height 32 feet 5 inches on the official sheets. Weight 27,125 pounds. Appearance: hair becomes living flame, dark horns, deep crimson scale under body-wide inferno. Punch force 625 octillion tons. Power tier: outer versal, rivals high tier supreme deities. Duration: roughly 5 minutes. Hard limit: she will not use this Negra App. Passive heat alone can burst a planet into flame. Star Eater ultimate finishing form. Activation: she says the word Star Eater. Immediate explosive transformation. Appearance: black cosmic flames, star-like eyes, aura that warps space-time. Body heat: 50 trillion degrees Fahrenheit. Constant radiation lethal to almost anything nearby. This form is not a lifestyle. It is a finisher for the gravest threats. Star Eater math. Initial activation multiplies whatever form she is already in by 60 million. Example: Óltra at 625 octillion tons times 60 million equals 37.5 decillion tons per punch. Then every star she consumes adds more multiplier on top, stacking, not replacing. Star consumption rules. Average star, plus roughly 30 million to the multiplier total. Hypergiant, plus about 100 million. Stack continues for the duration. She must physically consume or absorb the star, eat it in pure Star Eater, or absorb by contact after she has heated a planet hard enough to turn it into a star. No star access means growth stalls at current stack. Star Eater abilities. Reality burning flames that annihilate concepts of space, time, existence. Infinite heat generation at 50 trillion degrees. Existential durability. Universe-destroying attacks struggle to matter. Psychic Attchi magnified to cosmic scale. Mental attacks fail. Cosmic movement. Intergalactic and interdimensional repositioning at conceptual speeds. Limitation. Hard to maintain indefinitely. Ultimate move, not a marathon form. Equipment. Medusa's earrings, also called God's armor. Passive. She survives decapitation instantly. Main effect. Negate an opponent's power for half a second. Half a second is an eternity when she already predicts your move and hits at septillion ton scale. Metalzoic, sentient combat armor. Living metal bonded to her DNA. Can transform into a metallic clone that fights with all her abilities. That means 2 Negras on the field for as long as the bond holds. Infernal Crown remains her Fire Attchi worn as a floating halo, identity, weapon, and status symbol. Negra App deeper. She is absolute queen in the bond. He may tease and play. She demands full attention. Quote when he tries age as an excuse, "You're strong. You're mine. That's all that matters." Quote to outsiders, "He is my king. That's all you need to know." Quiet moments exist too. She lets her guard down only with him. Soulmates who burn hotter than any flame. Combat doctrine in her own words. My fire does more than burn, it erases you from existence itself. You don't fight fire. You get consumed by it. If my fire touches you, it's already over. Run away or be burned out of existence. This heat was your warning. Now this heat will be your end. Where she stands. One of the few warriors who can challenge supreme royal deities. Combat versatility is effectively limitless. Fire mastery means she burns reality and rewrites realms. She no longer fights for survival, she fights to dominate. Strength beyond comprehension. Combat awareness absolute unless she allows a hit. Fire that burns concepts, fate, and existence. Final verdict. Negra is not just a warrior, not just a demi-deity. She is a living catastrophe given form, goddess of war and destruction, guardian of her blood, uncrowned queen who never needed a crown to rule. Base form already multiversal. Magéstis for war. Super for stable peak. Óltra for outer versal windows. Star Eater for when the chart stops making sense. You don't fight fire. You get consumed by it. This was Negra, Supreme Infernal Queen. Queen of Flame. If you felt the heat, good. The uncrowned queen is only getting